So let me move ahead. Now I want to call in this podium the personality whom I always try to follow, the amiable personality, the chairperson of today's program and chairman of Global School of Science and Global College of Management, Dr. Tilak Rawal, for his short speech.
Thank you, Mr. Gordel, for your kind words. Friends seated on the dais, more specifically, Dr. Puri, Dr. Paneru, Principal Joshi, Finance Director, Mr. Bhandari, Mr. Oja, and Program Coordinator, Mr. Badu, and many other friends, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this orientation program organized today in the afternoon. We had a similar program in the morning today organized to welcome freshers in management. I was made chairman then also and now also. I had to deliver a speech in the morning and I'm delivering another speech today also. I sweated in the morning delivering a few sentences in English. It was a tough job for me, you see, but I always try to speak in English in such gatherings because I love to practice my English also, especially in the presence of wise people like Dr. Paneru. I was a little bit, apprehensive and skeptical also. I knew I would be a little bit repetitive, you see. I would be just repeating in the afternoon what I spoke in the morning today. So I turned towards Principal Joshi. I said, Principal Joshi, do I have to speak in the afternoon also? Yes, sir, you have to. But you'll find me repeating the same thing that I spoke just before some time. He said, don't worry, sir. You can repeat the same thing. Nobody will say anything to you. I know you'll not say anything to me, you see, on my face, but you'll feel bad, I'm happy, you see, Dr. Paneru was not around in the morning. You see, he didn't listen to my utterances in the morning. Now, after listening to me in the morning and, today in the afternoon, had he been around in the morning, he would just tear me apart. Dr. Puri was there, and he's still here, but he's a sober man, if he has to pinpoint my mistakes, he loves to whisper something into my ear after the program is over. Very good. I'm thankful to you all. Okay. I don't think I'll take, much of your time. This has been a very smart program, conducted in a very smart and beautiful manner and fashion by Master of Ceremony, Mr. Gordel. I'm thankful to him and thankful to the management committee for giving this opportunity once again today. You see, I would like to reminisce a bit, delve a bit into the past. I said in the morning, Dr. Oza, some 16, 17 years ago, dropped into my place at Basbari and requested me to join them to run in a new style or in a new way this Global College of Management, which was then a Sikh college, taken over by this group led by Khagendra Oza. You see, I didn't, waste much time. I said, instantly, yes, I'll do it. Then I joined the group. Then, you see, we're in a terrible position. We had, I think, 150 or 60 students. Financially, it was in a terrible condition, you see. So we struggled. Then we decided to work for the betterment of the institution. I gave my thought to them, you see. I said, There are government-owned institutions. They charge very little fee. But look at the quality of the education, you see. Look at the, education, or training imparted by these government-owned institutions. That was not up to the expectation of the people. Parents were not happy with what their, sons and daughters were learning from these institutions. But there were some private institutions which were doing good job in the sense that they were giving good education to their students, but the charges were too much beyond the capacity of average Nepali parents. So we wanted to maintain a delicate balance between these two type of institutions. Mainly one category of institutions owned by government and another category run by private entrepreneurs. So we wanted to walk the midway, right? Strike a balance. So I said, you have to do this. So I coined a sentence or two, and if I remember correctly today, it was like this. Global College of Management is here to impart quality education in a disciplined environment at affordable costs. I think even today we stick to that. Am I right? Thank you. Thank you. My bosses there, they say you are right. So I'm thankful to them. I'm an old man, I forget things, so they have to remind me, and I have to take their advice and permission also. So even, today we stick to what we thought 15, 16, 17 years ago. Today, Global College has expanded a lot, We are confined to the field of management studies only. We discussed the possibility of opening up science window as well, long ago. But the, cost aspect of it, we thought was not within our reach or unaffordable that time. Because the expenditure involved in creating infrastructure like lab, etc. We couldn't afford to spend so much. So we forgot about it for a couple of years. Then after some years again, this idea was discussed, and I was happy one day to learn that they have already taken the permission and done the needful work to start science, faculty or window here. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is my second opportunity in 3-4 years to address 2 in-person gatherings of this kind. In between, we could not organize this kind of in-person gathering because of the disease, which is still, rampant in many countries of the world as well as Nepal. Corona, right? We couldn't do that. So this is my second in-person addressal. I'm happy, to get so many students present here today along with their parents. I must make a confession here that no ordinary student, can get admission in this, college, be it management or science. You have to be outstanding. You have to be brilliant, You have to score very good grades in your SEE exam, right? And after doing that also, our entrance examination is equally tough. And you have to do very good in our entrance exam also. And you get selected. The very fact that you got selected and got admitted in Global College is a clear evidence that you are the cream of the society. You are not ordinary student. Please keep it at the back of your head. You are the cream of the society, and you have to shine tomorrow as wonderful, citizen of this country. Never forget this reality. I said, we have done everything possible to provide you with the best kind of, physical facilities. You see these buildings, these were not created overnight. They didn't just appear on the surface overnight, you know. A lot of hard work had to be done. The management has borrowed heavily from different financial institutions to create this facility for you all. I know Global College is in debt, you see. But why should we worry? As long as you are not defaulting on debt servicing. I used to be scared, you know, and sometimes I used to call Dr. Woza and say, you know, how is the position, you know? Are you servicing your debt? And yes, sir, we are servicing. Sometimes, you see, we face financial problems. But no problem, you see. Problems are here to be, you know, to be overcome, right? So why worry about these problems? Because we have braved many, you know, bad times, you know. For example, I was telling in the morning that the earthquake of 2015 April, you know, shook the country many times, not only once, and shook our institution also. I thought after the earthquake happened in April of 2015, you know, students will hesitate to come to the valley and, you know, get admitted in institutions like Global College of Management. We are a little bit, you know, skeptical, apprehensive as well. I discussed this matter with some of our friends. They too were a little bit, you know, skeptical. But nothing happened. Now we have this corona. Of course, we suffered some setback for a couple of months. But it's now over, we think, you know. Long ago, maybe 2 years ago, Dr. Paneru may remember, I wrote an article entitled Learn to Live with Corona in the fortnightly Spotlight. You see, the title itself is Learn to Live with Corona. Because I knew it was not going to be over, it's not going to disappear. In the morning I said, this pandemic will not disappear in 3-4 years' time. It's bound to remain, you know, for some more years. A complete disappearance of the disease is not possible. So we have to learn to live with this disease. We have braved this kind of, you see, natural calamities and pandemic of this kind. So we are a brave and a resilient institution. Indeed, this institution is highly, you know, resilient to crisis. We can face crisis bravely. That we have shown to the people, to our students, and everybody concerned. Now, I think I should conclude my speech. I said I would not be taking more than 10 minutes. So one thing I would like to touch upon is that when I saw beautiful students of this college dancing on the stage before the program started, I whispered into Principal Joshi's ear, inquiring, are these our students? He said, yes, sir. Are these science students? He said, yes, sir, they are science students, grade 12 students. It was a music to my ear. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought Principal Joshi and program coordinator Bodu had borrowed students from another faculty, namely management faculty. No, I'm happy to, you know, see, even just before some time, our science students dancing gracefully in beautiful steps. Keep up this kind of, you know, extracurricular activities also. Don't be just, you know, bookworm. I really, you see, appreciate this kind of extracurricular activities as well, you see. Now, the world is full of problems, let alone a poor country like Nepal. We have problems on several fronts. You science students must give serious attention to some of the problems that we are facing today and that are bound to remain in the country in times to come as well. See, the world is suffering from corona. Now they are talking up, you see, monkey pox, right? Ebola, different kind of diseases are, you see, mentioned and talked about. Ebola, we thought, had disappeared from Africa, but its reoccurrence has, you know, made us a little bit scared and skeptical. Whether the diseases will disappear from the earth, nobody can say. You have to, you know, continue your fight against these diseases. And this is where contribution of scientists, medical experts, engineers, right, is required. And I'm saying this in front of you students today because you are the engineers, scientists, medical experts of tomorrow. And the world and the country more specifically can rely on you, your talents, your skills in days to come. I thank you all for bearing with my utterances.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of today's program, Dr. Tilak Rawal, for your wonderful speech. Smooth, clear, dedicated, and motivational too, informational too. Thank you very much one more time, Dr. Tilak Rawal, sir, for your speech.
You know why you are here. Global College Associate, Global School of Science, Baneshwar, Kathmandu, an exclusive center of +2 science.
Say yes to science and technology, say yes to innovation.